Okay, this very short video will talk about the Daily Mail story with the charity donor, elderly gentleman with dementia who has lost a significant amount of money because of how his data was processed. First issue that arises is one around communication of purpose and the validity of the consent on the original survey form. We then have the question of the number of times he was contacted by the first charity. They appear to lack a policy or procedure around business rules to declare leads dead, which is a data governance question. One would have to ask, had they clashed with the telephone preference service in the UK, or if it was in Ireland, the National Directory Database. And there's the question of calling mobiles. If no consent existed, if there was no opt-in consent on the original form, then the calling of the number at all was illegal under data protection law. In relation to the sale of lists, that potentially breaches the database rights of the original list aggregators. It's questionable if the consent was valid for resale. Again, it depends on the original question and the original scope and purpose. But internal rules regarding dead leads appear to be lacking. There was a lack of due diligence on the part of data companies and of charities who were buying lead lists. There was no apparent data governance controls in place to validate the lineage of the data and where it was coming from, to determine whether it could be a trusted source for the uses to which it was being put. The sale of the lists was unlikely to be with valid consent. Internal rules about dead leads were lacking. And again, in relation to the list brokers, in terms of the bottom right-hand corner here, we have questions around the data governance controls. What did the charity receive in return for their data, or were they just simply handing over data to list brokers? Again, there's the question of whether the purpose for which the data was being shared was compatible or not with the purpose for which the charity originally obtained it. Specifically, the purpose of fundraising, which is different to the purpose of selling the data. And also, if the charities were calling mobile numbers, or if the scam companies were calling mobile numbers, prior opt-in consent would be required. This is a high-level analysis. We'll be producing more detailed analysis later. Thank you.